But that has to be recognized by the ISU at the next International Skating Union meeting, but certainly one to watch out for when the women get underway in their competitions.
So they're the lineup for semi-final number 1. Top 2 again will go through to the final. The bottom 2 will go through to the B final. Canada, the hot favorites, but who will be second? And indeed, as we've said, it's not necessarily true that Canada will win, but barring an upset, they should win by some way. And a lot of noise here in the Hammer Amphitheatre. They're the Italian squad. 1, 2, 4, Katia Mosconi. There's Christine Isabel Budrias, one of the 4 Canadians.
From Korea, Chun Lee-kyung, Kim So-hee, Kim Yeon-mi, Won A-kyung.
And for Italy,
in lane 1,
Marinella Canclini.
representing Italy, skater number 121, Barbara Baldisera.
Barbara Baldisera will begin for Italy.
Yvonne 2, in lane 2, skater number 106, Isabelle Charret, Canada.
Isabelle Charest from Canada.
Yvonne 3, in lane 3, skater number 141, Marina Pilaeva, Russia.
So Marina Playeva, the first of the
Lane 4, skater number
4 skaters for Russia.
Chun Lee-kyung,
And
Korea.
Chun Lee-hyung for Korea will begin as well. And of course, it's random where they make changes. Could happen at any particular stage.
That's right, they can change at any time except for the final 2 laps.
And it makes for hectic viewing, but we'll do what we can. Korea on the outside. Italy on the inside. In lane 2, it's Canada. In lane 3, Russia. And you can see how eager they are to get underway.
Barbara Baldisera just being asked to keep her skate back off the line a little bit, but safely away now, and Canada into the lead.
So Canada lead from Russia. Korea and Italy at the back. And you can see the mayhem that's being caused already. But there's Natalie Lambert out in front. And the Italians are doing what I thought they might. They're trying to make the race over right at the very beginning. Russia in second place. Korea third. Italy fourth.
Canada now getting quite a considerable lead, but the Russians trying to hang on in there, and there was a close moment there for the Russians, but the Canadians out of trouble, doing well. Another change over there, very smooth, important for the skater that's just changed to get out of the way. Korea having a look down the inside of Russia, but no room yet. The Koreans have got to get a little bit closer than that. Canada out in front, Russia in second, Korea in third.
And 10-meter lead, Isabelle Charest in the lead at the moment for Canada. Russia in second. 19 laps to go, but it can change suddenly with just a little bit of trouble. Natalie Lambert increasing the lead now for Canada.
Well, she really is a tremendous athlete, and this almost an exhibition performance from the Canadian team. They are so, so strong.
And she hands over to Sylvie Daigle. It's hardly fair. So they can relax now and make sure they don't make any more mistakes. Remember the final to come later. The world record, 4 minutes 26:56. And you can guess who holds the world record. Christine Isabel Budrias takes over.
You can see now the ice getting pretty cut up and almost losing her footing there. Important to keep the concentration, try and keep on the clean ice. Now the Canadians have got themselves such a lead that they don't need to keep such a tight line where the ice is very, very cut up. They can go a little bit wider around the outside of the blocks and try and look for some clean ice.
Natalie Lambert taking over again. The Koreans making up some ground, moving into second place, and it looks very much like those two are going to qualify. Italy will make sure that they have the strongest effort, but I'm afraid it's forlorn. The Canadians just seem to have that much in reserve. Sylvie Daigle there. Over halfway now. Just over 1,000 meters left to go.
Well, the Koreans not letting go. They're hanging on in there, and I think getting closer by the lap. So the Koreans starting to reel in the Canadians, but you have to say that you feel from the look of the Canadians that they could just turn on the power again, and almost a slip there from Canada. Just reminds me of the 88 Olympics when this was an exhibition sport, and Susan Auch for Canada had a fall, and that lost the Canadians a medal. So they have to be sure.
Therese hands over a 12-meter lead. Korea just still around 12, 15 meters behind. Natalie Lambert coasting now as we move into the last 500 meters.
Oh my word, the Koreans really have pulled up some ground, but the Canadians perhaps just taking it a little bit easy. Korea looking very determined. Of course, they won't want to risk anything because they've safely qualified if they stay where they are.
Italy and Russia, I'm afraid, some half a lap back. This is the action that matters. Christine Isabel Boudrias, and I would think there's probably only one more change. Isabel Charest. And the Koreans just coasting in behind. There won't be any change from here on in. Into the last lap. There's the bell.
And this is a very fast time indeed.
And it could well be a new Olympic record. It's very nearly a new world record. Only half a second outside, and they were coasting, so they are going to shatter the world record in the final.
Well, it does look that way. The Canadians looking so impressive because there's no doubt about it. In the middle stages of the race, it looked as though they just eased off a little bit. They started off very strong, got themselves into a commanding lead, and then really dictated the pace from there on in. The Koreans did very well because they weren't far behind at the end of it, and their time inside the Olympic record as well.
Yeah, well, that looked awesome to me. If they can coast like that, I would think they can beat the world record by 5, 6, 7 seconds minimum. I think they look surprised with what they've achieved and the ease with which it's been done.
Well, no doubt about it, they were hot favourites when they came here, but they know only too well how dangerous this sport is, and one slip can put you right out of contention. Of course, if you fall and can get back up and into the race, there's nothing to stop you doing that. You're not out of the competition once you've fallen over. And they, you feel, had enough lead there to be able to have a fall, get back into the race, and still come in second place. They're just cooling down now, and they must be feeling very, very confident indeed.
Isabel Charest, who had quite a bit to do, although the bulk of the work was undertaken by Sylvie Daigle and Natalie Lambert. So Canada and Korea qualify for the final. And then I think the final changeover. Charest to Natalie Lambert.
It really is incredible, the angle that these skaters get over. And incidentally, the blade is offset. If you're wondering how they manage that, the blade's set slightly to the outside so you can keep control.
We're going to take a break. See you in just a moment. The men's giant slalom is live here on Eurosport tomorrow afternoon at 13:25.
For years now, we've shared everything. Shirts, apartment, everything. Except the telephone bills.
Some days he's just simply impossible. But that's fine by me.
I hate dancing, to be honest. But how is it she always manages to get her own way?
Sometimes he'll say he's written some poetry for me. I know it's shame.